We speak student!
Thesis sentence versus topic sentence, a la Shmoop. Some things are very similar and yet not quite the same. Skateboards and surfboards. Workstations and playstations. Network programming and cow pies.
Oh, gross!
If you mistake any of these for their counterpart, you could wind up skating along a tidal wave, wondering why your controller is broken,
This game sucks.
or spending all evening staring mindlessly into a pasture. By the same token, it's important to understand the difference between a thesis sentence and a topic sentence. A thesis is usually one or two sentences at the end of your introduction that states the main point of the entire essay. Clearly, he's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I tend to run things around here.
Like a huge deal. When he enters a room, we suggest you give up your seat.
Take mine. No, take mine.
The thesis makes a clear, arguable assertion that will be developed in the following paragraphs.
Wow, he is so assertive.
He's sort of like your Uncle Harold, who uses every family gathering as an excuse to make bold claims in front of an involuntarily rapt audience.
Sasquatch, Superman, global warming. Look, just think about it.
However, unlike Uncle Harold, your essay is actually going to substantiate the claims you make. Also, it won't end up passed out in the tuna casserole after dinner. Everything that comes after the thesis should support and relate back to this main sentence. If anything doesn't relate to the thesis, well, then it's probably a tangent and can be cut.
No!
Tangents are fine in geometry. They're not quite so popular in the essay writing world. A strong thesis demonstrates a unique perspective on the topic at hand. It's something that can be debated and is hopefully somewhat interesting. Many people like wearing shoes isn't a great thesis. It may be true, but the New York Post probably isn't going to stop the presses for that one. And now, the guy he often gets confused with, the topic sentence. A topic sentence is sort of a mini thesis. Instead of being the central point of an entire essay, he's really just in charge of previewing the content of his own paragraph. If the thesis is the general, the topic sentences are his lieutenants.
Reporting for duty, sir.
Topic sentences make a point in support of the thesis. Remember, everything has to relate back to the big guy, and ideally help to convince the reader to understand where you're coming from. So there you go. A thesis is the head honcho in charge of the whole essay. And the topic sentences are his minions, in charge of making sure that the body paragraphs run smoothly.
Pick up the pace, paragraph 3. Faster, boys, faster.
Don't confuse the two. They hate that.
Please, he wishes he looked this good.
Why I oughta.
I'm not saying cats are from outer space, but I'm not saying they aren't either.